Welcome to Hildestone College's quick lesson series where our teachers give you some English language tips.
Hello again. Are you ready to have a look at some more rules of connected speech? Today I'd like to tell you about changing sounds. Now remember, knowing about the changes we make in connected speech is important because when you look a word up in a dictionary, what you see is called the citation form. That's how the word's said when it's on its own, when there are no other words around it. But in the flow of speech, we make lots of changes. So if you don't want to be confused when you hear fluent speakers speaking, it's good to know what kinds of changes we make. If you're planning to take an exam, you'll also get a better mark if you can show that you understand and can use some of these features of connected speech. So there's lots of good reasons to learn about it and to try to copy. It's also actually very simple. You just need to remember that speakers of English tend to be a little bit lazy. If we look at the first example, you can see that we have in, which ends with a n sound, and then Birmingham, which is a big city in the middle of England. Birmingham begins with a B. Now to make a B sound, a B, you need to use both lips. And we think it's quite a lot of work to change from a n sound from in to a B sound for Birmingham. So what we do is we make the n sound a m sound, because that's also a sound which uses both lips, and so our mouth is in the right position already to say Birmingham. So, in fact, what we say is in Birmingham, in Birmingham. And we'll say in bed as well instead of in bed. Now another sound which is like B is P. That also uses both lips. So if we take another English city, Peterborough, you can make a good guess that what we actually say is in Peterborough, in Peterborough. Okay, it's just easier to move from a m sound to a b or p sound because of the lip shape than it is to make a n sound. Now we've got the same idea, but with a different example coming next. If you've ever stayed with a British family and they had a dog and their dog was male, you probably heard the family say to their dog, "Good boy, who's a good boy?" Now you can hear there that I'm not saying good boy, and I'm not even saying good boy, because sometimes people say, is that dropping a sound, elision, rather than assimilation, which is changing a sound? Well, if you listen carefully when I say good boy, you can hear that I'm definitely saying good rather than good. Okay, it's a very small difference, but it is there, and because native speakers of English are sensitive to it, we'll probably hear the difference. Now what we're actually doing there is a little bit like the first example, changing the final sound of the first word to be more like the first sound of the second word. That's another word beginning with B. So what we do is change the D of good to a B that then moves easily into the B of boy, good boy. Let's look at an example now that doesn't involve a B sound. If you've been to London and looked at the tube map, you might have noticed a station called Wood Green. But if you listen to the tube announcements for Wood Green, you won't hear it, because what they actually say is Wood Green. Wood Green, this train is going to Wood Green. Now you would probably be quite right to wonder what on earth wug means. But now that you've studied the rules of connected speech and know that sounds change, you know that we're lazy, so we change the d of wood to a g sound, ready for the g of green. Okay, so if ever anyone says anything to you which you think sounds very strange and isn't a word that you recognise, just think for a moment. Could they just be changing a sound to make it easier to say? And see if you can guess what they're saying anyway. Good luck, and I'll speak to you again soon for another quick lesson. Bye.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click on the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell icon so that you don't miss the next video. That's it for this lesson. Until next time, goodbye.